October has been a roller coaster for Oklahoma tribal members who hunt.
But tonight, KXI 12's Austin Hedgecoth joins us to explain why it could be settling down soon. Austin?
Yeah, guys, a roller coaster month is right. It all started in early October with a surprise message from the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation. Just days later, that message spurred a court case, which Oklahoma Attorney General Drummond dismissed this morning. Let's dive into the details.
On October 9th, the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation put out a statement declaring that anyone hunting or fishing anywhere in Oklahoma needs a license, quote, regardless of race, heritage, or background. That didn't sit well with the state's tribal nations. At the time, Choctaw Nation Chief Gary Batten told KXII the letter was an attack on their sovereignty.
This letter is definitely stepping on our toes.
For years, tribal residents were able to use their tribal membership in lieu of a hunting license when on tribal land. That changed with the memo, and just days later, Choctaw tribal member Sean Robertson was issued a ticket for hunting without a license. The affidavit states a game warden approached Robertson while he was fishing and bow hunting in Choctaw County and asked him for a license. Robertson told the warden he didn't have one. He's a member of the Choctaw Nation. They spoke for a moment about the ODWC statement, and eventually Robertson was given a ticket. However, on Thursday morning, Oklahoma Attorney General Drummond announced his office would be taking over the case in order to dismiss it. He also said he'd dismiss any similar cases in the future. In a statement, Drummond took a shot at current Governor Kevin Stitt, calling the original memo an attack on tribal sovereignty. In response to the dismissal, Chief Batten told KXI that hunting and fishing is core to the Choctaw Nation and applauded Drummond's, quote, commitment to following the law and respecting tribal sovereignty. Governor Bill Anatubby of the Chickasaw Nation told KXII that Drummond's commitment to respect for sovereignty will help tribal members prepare for deer season.
Leadership for both tribes say that if any tribal members are given trouble while hunting or fishing on tribal land, they should contact their tribal government for assistance. Governor Stitt and the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation have not commented on the dismissal at this time. Jeff and Caroline, back to you.
Thank you, Austin.